Welcome to the Spotlight segment. This is a segment dedicated to interviews with developers or interesting happenings in the world of Android. And now for this week's episode, here's your Spotlight. Let's move on now to our Spotlight. And today we're spotlighting the Nothing phone. That's a Nothing 3 phone. And I do want to say that the Nothing guys, I think they're making some good phones. You remember I had a Nothing 2 phone a little while ago. And of course, the reason why I returned that thing was it just wouldn't support my carrier. But I think they're now in the US. Aren't they now in the US? John, you remember, or Karen, do you know if they're now in the US with the launch of the Nothing 3 phone?
I think they've always been in the US, but it doesn't. It only basically, unless I'm wrong, AT&T and T-Mobile and their MVNOs are the only place you can use it.
Yeah, I think that earlier on, though, it was like a beta or whatever they were saying it was not officially, supported. But I think this time around, it's official. Karen?
About the US, I don't know. I know that it's in the US, yeah, but you should have better information about this.
You are able to go on their website and pre-order it. So I mean, there's
Yeah.
that.
But
I wouldn't expect it to work perfectly on Verizon because OnePlus even had this problem for years where, Verizon just uses different kind of technology, and a lot of these phones don't bother building all the antennas to support all of the 5G networks, especially the millimeter wave networks that Verizon uses. But yeah, if you're on AT&T or T-Mobile or use those towers with your network, then you should be good.
So, Karen, let's talk about the phone in general, not necessarily relating to the US, but what is that phone? What does it have and what does it not have? The prices and all of that. Are they undercutting the competition here? And if they are, and what are some of the things that they had to cut corners on to meet that price? Let's talk about that.
Okay, so I should start with something. Actually, nothing is impressive in this phone, for me at least. Well, they are trying to do something, but actually, I think that they removed some special features. Okay, no matter if I use them or not, if I have the phone, if I would use them or not, like the glyph interface, which was actually a selling point or maybe a marketing point for Nothing. They now replaced it with a screen, a monochrome screen that could display stuff like timers, the clock. Also, you can play some games, like mini games, and there's also the ability to know who's calling and stuff. But actually, why should I put my phone in that way to be able to use this screen? So actually, it's easier to use the main screen, and usually people actually just put the screen, the screen will be actually the one that's facing you. So there is actually no need to put the screen and to put the phone in this way from the beginning. So actually, I think even if some people call the glyph interface gimmick, it was actually something that was different in Nothing phones. So now it's not actually there, it's replaced. So this is the thing, actually. Another thing, they're trying to be like flagships this time. It's a flagship device. They're trying to say that you're doing a true flagship, but actually, is it a flagship? No, it's not, because actually, the spec sheet doesn't say that, because they are not using the 8 Elite, which is the latest processor from Qualcomm. So they're using instead the 8S Gen 4. Okay, it's still capable, it's still good, but it's not what you will have with the other flagships. And as far as I know, the phone actually is priced at the same price of the Galaxy S25. So personally, I don't see myself getting this instead of the Galaxy S25. Actually, there is nothing that's differentiating this phone and making me go for it instead of the Galaxy S25. I mean, okay, it's having a bigger screen. I think the cameras are better, but if we look at the overall experience, I think Samsung would give you better overall experience, and you could also pay more and get something better. You could just pay a little more and get something better. So actually, I don't see why did they go this route. I'm not sure that they will be really able to like attract a lot of customers with their new device, especially if it stays at this price. So yeah, this is regarding the pricing. And another thing in the phone is that it has 5 years of updates, not 7 or 6. So just 5 years old. It's good. I mean, they have upgraded their support in the Nothing Phone 3, but it's still 5 years, so it's still not what you will get with Samsung and with Pixels, and even Honor is giving you better support. So they just say years, so like usual, years. We don't know if they mean also versions or just years, and they have 7 years of security patches. The phone is 6.7 or 5.7 size. It's actually bigger than the S25, for example, because they are close in the price segment. Of course, the device is still not available. It's just the pre-order started today, so you can today start pre-ordering the device. Well, people care about the battery. Something interesting about the device is that it comes with Android 15 out of the box, not 16. They promised that there will be an update coming quickly, but until now, as far as I know, it's not there. But so people should put it into their mind that they are just having the Android 15. Okay, Android 16 was released like recently, but yeah, I mean, the phone is already after the Android 16 release, but they decided to go for Android 15 instead. Another thing about the device is that it doesn't support the memory cards, which is something that became the norm. You can get 256 or 500 gigs of storage only, no 1 terabyte, so you can't purchase it, Warren. But actually, you get.
Yeah, well, I wonder 1 TB. You know me. I'm not going to settle for.
Yeah, this is the only reason why you're not getting that one.
Yeah, I'm not going to get it.
So you get either the 256 for with 12 gigs of RAM, or the 512 for 16 with 16 gigs of RAM, which is good. I mean, many people would be okay with that. Not all people actually need more storage, and the RAM is already good that you are starting with 12 gigs instead of 8, like some other companies.
Jaren, but how about the battery capacity, though?
Yeah,
you started to mention that. Yeah, so yeah, let us know about that too, because when it's all said and done, how much battery am I getting? Yeah.
So actually, you are getting do they call it carbon silicon? Yes, which is the new technology of batteries. Actually, they are using only Samsung, I think, is the one, and Google. They are the only ones that are not using this battery. So you get 5,150 milliamp hours, which is, I mean, good. Not bad.
That is very small.
But
frankly, in my never to be humble opinion, if they're using that technology, we should be having a bigger battery than 5100 or 5200. I mean, come on, guys. You know what I mean? Isn't OnePlus the 13? John, isn't that OnePlus like closer to 6,000 milliamp battery? I don't remember.
I think it's 6200.
Yeah. Come on. So if they're using that same technology, and Carl Pei, who is also a product of OnePlus, who used to be with them, you should have given us a bigger battery than what we have. I mean, 51 or 5200, and that's puny, if you ask me. But yeah,
Yeah,
not to deter you. You go ahead, Sarah.
Also Honor actually provides big batteries. Even with some of the cheaper devices like the X9C, which is about $350 or $380. I think it has 6,200, I think, something. It's in the 6,000s. I don't remember the exact number. But the interesting thing about the Nothing phone is India. In India, you get 5,500 instead of 5,150 that you get internationally. So if you live in India, you will get a bigger battery. This is the difference between the international and the Indian version. Well, actually, to wrap things up, Nothing is known for the design. They were known also for the glyph, which was a part of the design. They are still using the transparent design in some parts of the phone, but actually I don't think the design itself is enough. And for a blind person, also the glyph wasn't actually something that a person could use, especially if we're talking about a totally blind person. And now I don't think also that we'll be able to use the screen anyway, so the back screen. So yeah, I think it's the selling point, the design itself. So it will be the factor that decides if people are getting the device or not. But overall, the device is not actually providing what Nothing was promising. And you get this true flagship. I don't personally consider it as the true flagship, to be honest. And one last thing that I actually forgot to talk about is the screen. It has just a Gorilla Glass 7i, not Victus. So actually, it's also less protected. So you are giving me, or you are asking me to pay, and in the same time you're not giving me what other companies are giving me with the same, like if I pay the same price. So yeah, I think they missed what they missed what they were able to achieve. They were able to do better. I think that this was a missed opportunity, actually, at least in my personal opinion.
They had to cut corners somewhere there to meet that price point of $800, right? This is $799. Now, so frankly, for me, I never care about the glyph. I call it the Christmas tree. Besides, for me, though, I always put my phone in the case anyway. And besides, if I want to see the Christmas tree, you got to turn the phone upside down to see it. What's the point? So, I don't know. I just, the glyph, I never thought of it as something that I wanted anyway. But then there's another thing I want to mention, though, which is not relating to the phone, but yet in the same breath, kind of related, that I would like to have, from the Nothing, and that would be the over-the-ear headset that they have also launched. And I think what I like about it, as I was reading, is the fact that it has, tactile controls, as to some of the ones that I just touched. And I think I would like to have something like that. But, $299 or whatever, I'm not sure I'm ready for that quite yet. Maybe I'll wait till when it gets to sales and I could try it out.